that? Booty shaking on the west, west, move that.
Often find ourselves having the conversation about how the wrestlers from Japan and the Far East are represented in North American promotions, as well as how black wrestlers are represented in North American promotions. And whilst AEW, I have to say, they are coming along and doing a really good job in kind of putting that conversation to rest. AEW have had Swerve as a world champion recent times, really well. I guess his character is very well depicted. He brings a lot of the culture into his character, and they have done a lot of other things with black wrestlers up and down the card. So I think in AEW they are beating the allegations basically, whereas with the Japanese wrestlers that are also in AEW, you also see, them getting a lot of good opportunities, whether it's the women or the men. Okada, Takeshita, they're very well looked after in AEW, and are hitting those top heights. And of course, AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling have that kind of relationship along with Stardom as well. WWE, on the other hand, we are still having these conversations. Black wrestlers are still not, being booked in a way that a lot of people want to see. Japanese wrestlers, the women have it a lot better than the men. A lot better than the men. You got Io Sky, Kairi Sane, and Asuka that are stealing shows, right now. But the men is still something left to be desired of. And, with that being said, step forward Shinsuke Nakamura, someone that has been in the WWE since 2016. He has had a complete mixed bag of a time, coming in hot from New Japan, had a great run in NXT, two-time NXT champion, went to the main roster. 2018, he wins the Royal Rumble, and you're thinking, oh my God, they're going to do it. Same year as Asuka. Him and Asuka win the Royal Rumbles, respectively, the Men's Royal Rumble and the first ever Women's Rumble. And then they both go on to WrestleMania and lose. Yeah? I mean, talk about erasing years of what we just talked about with Japanese wrestlers in the WWE, in North American promotions. You had an opportunity to crown them both on the same night following two big Rumble wins, and you chose not to even do one. Crazy work. And from there, Nakamura kind of just descended into mid-card obscurity. He's a three-time United States champion, which is good, but, really should have had more and everything like that. And he's recently come out and he's spoken about winning the world championship, which one would immediately say it's too late. Join the back of the queue, a very long queue, including names such as a Jey Uso, LA Knight, a Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, if you want to put his name there. People will say an Obafemi. Like, join the back of the queue, Shinsuke Nakamura. It is long gone. But at the same time, is it? Is it long gone? Is it? We can't fathom him now being world championship material. The thing is with Shinsuke Nakamura, they heat him up very quickly. They repackage him and heat him up maybe too often for us to really believe, like, there is something behind this. There is something we should, really believe in. But they seem to do it often enough, and it works when they do it. So it's like we're never too far away from him being, pictured as someone that can be contending right at the top of the card. He recently spoke to Tokyo Sports, and we've got a translation of what he said. The translation is down to Google Translate, so it might not be perfect, but he talks about being world heavyweight champion. He talks about what that does as a figurehead for Japanese wrestlers coming over to North America and really getting it done at the top level. Shinsuke Nakamura said that that's what I'm doing because I believe in it. That is the World Heavyweight Championship. I hope I can achieve that. I think that's the one thing that Japanese people, especially men, have yet to break through on this American stage. Just to break there, even in AEW, we haven't had a Japanese AEW world champion for the men. So this is what Shinsuke is saying. Even from it doesn't have to be WWE per se, even from the AEW side of things, we're not achieving as men the top honors in the promotions. He goes on to say, I don't know if it's proof, but I can't help but wonder what could happen if I couldn't do it. I hope I can leave behind some kind of path, some kind of hope for the next generation of Japanese and Asian people. So he's definitely in his pioneer bag. He definitely wants to be the guy to kind of, help break that ceiling and do it. And listen, like I said, they can heat up Nakamura and get it done. I'm thinking of a multiple amount of ways that it can get done. He also confirmed in this interview that he's not planning on retiring anytime soon, as long as he can stay fit and healthy as he has done. AJ Styles, someone that is retiring next year. I don't know if you get the title on AJ Styles some way, somehow, and you get Nakamura to beat him for it, kind of right the wrongs of what happened in 2018 at WrestleMania 34, and Nakamura beats AJ Styles for the world title. That could be even like a final match for AJ Styles, a big high profile match, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. For those of us that remember back to their match at Wrestle Kingdom, I want to say Wrestle Kingdom 10, like crazy work, like so good. And they just never repeated that when they got to WWE. So it's one of those things where I think, yes, it's probably gone. The opportunity is probably gone. But after all, the man at the top, Triple H, was the one that brought him into NXT. He knows the fanfare. He understands it. He gets it. And Shinsuke Nakamura winning a world title, I think, could be really, really good, really, really impressive. Help to build the trust between Japanese wrestlers and North American promotions, because the trust is wavering. I think, if anything, AEW are doing a lot to kind of build back the trust. But from a WWE point of view, the trust is wavering / wavered / it doesn't even exist anymore. So Shinsuke Nakamura being such a beloved figure, such a renowned figurehead of like that Japanese wrestler community that especially come over to the US, and he always seems to be with someone helping settle them in and stuff like that. I think it would still be a good move. Even when WWE, they want to go over to Japan and start doing stuff again, they kind of reheated them up recently because they went over to Australia and then obviously Japan because of locally, like Japan and Australia are very close to each other. So, and you got a lot of fanfare over there. Like, imagine that with a world title, So I think this is someone that we can definitely tap into and try and do that with. I know a lot of people will think, nah, he's gone, he's past it and all of that stuff. He is over the hill. I'm not saying he isn't, but this could be interesting if the booking was correct and made sense. I think, yes, we do need to start going with younger talents in the WWE, but someone like Nakamura just never really got an opportunity. And I guess that's what my closing question will be to you guys. Put down below in the comments, do you think Nakamura should go on to win the World Heavyweight Championship? I don't know how it would happen. I don't know how we would book it. But do you think there is still a slim opportunity, possibility that we can make this make sense and get a world title on Shinsuke Nakamura? Let me know down below in the comments what you think, if you would like to see that. If you enjoyed today's video, hit the like button. And if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. My name is Mex. I make videos on WWE and AEW. So if that sounds like something for you, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get notified every single time I drop a new video. WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.